Sports Mindz, y'all, where all roads lead to sports. And we talk ball every season. We're your hosts, Legendarius, Hashmaster Z, and Philthy. Filth! All right, Legendarius, kick us off with the opening segment.
Yo, party people.
We called it. We predicted it. We know what's happening. It's about to be electric. Shannon Sharpe to first take is confirmed.
Yes, sir. How much cadence a do are y'all willing to put on that?
Man. Hey, now that it's Stephen A instead of Skip, I don't think they gonna be betting due. They gonna be betting something else. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of brown colors.
Yeah,
a
lot of brown. Not the green, because Stephen A does not do the weed. Nah.
I picture him as a bougie drinker, so.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll say on the business side, I'm a little curious because it was pretty much an open secret. They were unloading budget on ESPN to get Shannon Sharpe in there, but he's only working 2 days a week. So I'm just like, damn, bro. I thought I was gonna get 5 days of Shannon Sharpe, basically, but we're getting 2. Must be some contract on the business end for 2 days a week.
Well, I think obviously we don't know, but this is just my theory. I think that he may also be involved. Like, yeah, he's on First Take Monday, Tuesday, but now he's an ESPN employee. Their Sunday countdown show has been garbage, so he might be on that. Monday countdown show has also been garbage, so he might be on like those shows as well to try to boost those ratings and boost eyes on ESPN, because I can't speak for you guys, but personally I have not watched Monday Night Countdown or like Sunday Morning Countdown on ESPN in years. It's like I'll go NFL Network or I'll go Fox.
Nah, yeah, I kind of gave that up. I used to tune in for the Come On Man on Mondays, but I never really stuck around.
Yeah,
same. I think ESPN's production and quality dipped over the last I want to say since 2015 or whenever the last large layoffs happened. So before like their great resignation and all these people leaving for FS1, that's when you saw the quality of ESPN dip incredibly. So it's been about like 8 years since I've actually took them seriously. Manningcast is probably the only reason why I'm like, all right, I can watch this.
Manningcast is legit. And not to be outdone, we got like the rivalry continues because FS1 and Skip, they got a new host too with Richard Sherman.
So that is an odd couple.
That didn't really move the needle for me at all.
Well, it's interesting for me. It's just like I wonder is like which Richard Sherman we're gonna get. Like, are we gonna get the like hyped up LOB Richard Sherman, or are we gonna get like the Richard Sherman that literally tore Skip Bayless to shreds back in like 2012, 2013? All pro Stanford graduate.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Skip Bayless kind of glossed over. Yeah, you got Richard Sherman. You may got what you want on the business on the side end for you, but dude, this guy has a college degree. I'm not sure if you're used to really debating with people with degrees and big words.
And Skip ain't no fool now,
and he's been fooling me because that's why I kind of got off him. Just his openly outrageous takes, just for basically clickbait, just buzz. He just says whatever. He knows at the bottom of his heart, LeBron is not better than Jordan or whatever the fuck he says. He knows at the bottom of his heart, all of his crazy football takes, that shit it is not real. So it's just like, all right, dude, get your shit out.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying.
As a hater of Skip Bayless, it's just like, maybe like Sherman will just provide us like so much content where he just makes Skip Bayless look stupid, and Skip Bayless is like in his career where he's just like, I'm just doing this for the ratings at this point. So whatever gets clicked, everyone wants to hate me, and we're getting numbers, then go for it. But I'm gonna stick.
That's what I personally think. That's exactly what I personally think.
I'd be surprised if it went that way, only because I'm not sure how he moves on FS1, but at ESPN, it was an open secret. He would not invite people back on the First Take if you made Skip Bayless, looked dumb. There were a bunch of people that never came back. Bomani Jones never came back. A bunch of athletes never came back. They don't come back if you drag Skip. They don't bring you back. So I'm kind of, and that's why Nick Wright wasn't really seriously in the running either, because he openly debowels Skip Bayless on FS1. So
he sure did, huh?
I would hope Richard Sherman is going to bring the heat regardless, but I'm just kind of curious to see if Skip Bayless let up on that and he's okay with people now, I guess, dragging him, because he looks really dumb when he gets dragged.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He does. And I'm here for it. I just think my thing with Richard Sherman is number one, there's a huge generational gap, right? And I know Richard Sherman's going to do his thing. I just think it's more of like the showmanship part of it, right? Because at the end of the day, it is a show. Shannon Sharpe, I think what he brought was his charisma. He had humor. And I mean, shit, he was literally the reason why I watched Undisputed and I did not care what Skip said, because I knew Shannon was either A, going to educate him, or B, there was going to be something funny around the corner that Shannon was going to say.
Yeah.
And that's my only fear for the show, which is ironically going to probably have me gravitate towards the ESPN experiment and see on how Stephen A, interacts with Shannon Sharpe and see how that goes. Because it has to be better than fucking Kendrick Perkins. Please let it be better than that.
Stephen A, Stephen Curry is the worst player in the history of basketball.
You forgot the heavy breathing. Stephen A.
But yeah, I agree
that LeBron is the best athlete on the planet. Oif. Like, bro, shut up.
But I agree with you. Shannon Sharpe, the first take, is definitely going to have me gravitate there. I do like that it's only 2 days a week, though, so that I don't have to watch first take every day. Nothing against Stephen A, like, in particular, as, Stephen A. Smith, but it's just the show First Take, you just see the antics.
Yeah. That's what it is. Because it's not Stephen A. It's just like, damn, I remember this show when it was like 2 and 2. Now there's 4 talking heads, and then you have Molly yelling in the background, like not being a mediator, and it's like, bruh, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
Yeah, it's ridiculously PC. It's wild.
Yeah.
I can't watch this too much anymore. I'll tune in for a little bit. Like you said, with the Sharpe coming in, I'll definitely be locked in 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be locked in 2 days a week.
Have we been locked into the sports documentaries that have dropped? Obviously, we got Hard Knocks, but before we dive into Hard Knocks, let's talk about did you guys check out Untold? Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football.
Yeah, well, first of all, Untold as its own, it's on Netflix, anyone who doesn't know, but Untold as its own is just phenomenal sports journalism. It's great. I love that shit on its own.
Yeah.
I not only saw the Johnny Manziel one, I saw the what was it, the freaking 17-year-old owning the hockey team, the minor league team. I've been watching Untold for a while, but the Johnny Manziel one, I think brings up, I mean, this is why we have NILs now. It has to be one of the reasons why. That shit was insane. Yeah. 700 million. He didn't see it legally.
That's the same takeaway that I had, Hashmaster. I was really focused on the money athlete side of it, whereas I feel like the general conclusion, at least that I've seen from my, like, oh yeah, it confirms that we all knew Manziel was lazy and he had a drug problem. I'm like, that's not the crux of the story here. It's the fact that this dude got hosed. This guy had to sign memorabilia because he knew these schools are getting paid off him and he's not getting shit. I would probably do the same thing, dude. I probably wouldn't have an Uncle Nate or whatever the fuck his name is, but I would probably do that shit too.
You're right. And this highlights on how evil the NCAA is. Fuck them, because what they need to do now is, after everything they've done, everything we know now, Reggie Bush, you need to get your Heisman back. Period.
Yeah.
There should be no debate. I don't know why they're holding it from him. Like what was it, $1,500? And then you have Johnny Manziel literally having like salaries worth of money but nothing really happened. He was suspended for a half because of the revenue he brought. Like $700 million, that is like, who you could have gave that. You could have gave that to those kids, man. You could have gave some of that shit because they're bringing that type of money. Like the NCAA has some nerve.
Especially, I mean, if we're just talking Texas Tech, or I mean Texas A&M, and like what they just historically, even like after Johnny Manziel is like, all right, they're just back to being like a mid-tier program. But
exactly
for 2 years, they were must-watch TV. It didn't matter what their ranking was. They were never ranked number one like Alabama. Didn't matter. It's like, we got to see Johnny. What's this dude gonna do?
Yep.
But yeah, and I followed Johnny. Like I listened to like some of his podcasts and stuff back in the day, so I already had like a pretty good like insight to a lot of the off the field stuff too. And it like for me, and he's at peace as well. And this is kind of my issue with like the media and things of that nature, where after like the Johnny Manziel story, they're trying to rip on him again. It's like, see, he didn't study film. He was a waste of talent, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, no, the dude was an exceptional talent. He didn't want to play football professionally. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Just because you're talented doesn't mean you always have to do that. Because what he liked is what most college players do. It's like, I love the limelight. College football, when you're talented, it's easy. I can just go out there and ball. But then when it's football as a job, it for a lot of people, actually takes the passion out of it, and it's like, damn, this is work.
Yeah.
And you're out there in cold ass Cleveland. I mean, how many people want to be out in Cleveland 365 days a year?
Yeah.
Not me.
And I mean, on top of that too, like for such a like violent sport where we've seen like, how the outcome has affected certain individuals long term, it's just like, why are we trying to bang on this dude? Like, especially when we like sit here talking about like, caring about concussions and injuries and players' mental health. It's just like, but you guys want to bang on a guy because he like didn't want to play anymore? It's like, I've done this since I was a child, like since I was 8 years old until I was 20 whatever. I balled out. I got my one contract. You paid me what I got, and then that's it. I didn't,
Yeah.
So
and the good thing is he's at peace with it now.
Exactly.
So I'm happy to hear that. And then honestly, the way he was talking about it, I was like, no, he's happy. He did what he did. He admitted it. It's fine. It's like you said, Legendarius, we all knew he didn't study. We all knew.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to put it back up. Now we just need to be like, oh, okay. NCAA is so bad to where these kids have to do like extra, illegal shit just to get money and get by. So.
But what's crazy? Think about this. This just came to me. Where it's just like Johnny in college, like that 2 year little stretch was more poppin' than we could say like right now, Dak Prescott, like Kirk Cousins.
Oh, yeah,
it's just like, yo, like if, all these A-listers like Drake is like, yo, I'm throwing a function. It's like, all right, Dak Prescott, no. Kirk, no. Johnny, get your ass in here.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. Here's something I wanted to ask y'all because somebody brought it up on social media, and I thought it was such a great debate. So who is the biggest college football star ever? Reggie Bush or Johnny Manziel?
College football star?
Yeah, like
is it only
college football.
Two options?
I mean, if you have somebody else, I'm down to hear it. But I those are the two that I saw the most. And I was like, huh. Tim Tebow might get that consideration.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like it's Tim Tebow, and like,
anytime
people just forgot that Tim Tebow was really
God, you get a pop.
Yeah, and I feel like Tim
and it's like
really him in college, like from day one.
Yeah, Tebow was a football player.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that Johnny wasn't. Johnny is, and The crazy thing is I forgot on how actually athletic he was because I was like, yeah, I think he ran like a 4.7 or something. Oh, man, no, he ran a 4.5, and then the way he was running like down the field, I'm like, oh shit, that's right, he is faster than I thought, and the
Well, what I
backyard
realized about
style
Johnny
play,
Manziel specifically watching this doc is like this dude
yeah,
has the Mickey Mantle gene. Are you guys aware of the Mickey Mantle gene?
No, what is
no,
Mickey
what's
Mantle
that?
gene is essentially, I mean, it's named after Mickey Mantle himself, but it's essentially basically to sum up, it's basically the idea of prepare. I don't have to train my body. I can get up and go, and I can perform at a very high level. And this dude has it. There's a comedian named Bert Kreischer. He fucking has it. He proves it all the time. This dude parties 24/7. Woke up, ran a marathon in like 4 or 5 hours. I mean 6 hours, and it was like cool. Like the Mickey
Oh
Mantle gene
shoot.
is real, and it's such a small percentage of people. But Johnny Manziel has the Mickey Mantle gene. This dude partied so as a 20-something college guy, shows up. I don't have to look at a single play and just perform at a high level, dropping touchdown after touchdown, play after play, killing Alabama, killing all these teams. And this dude had no prep on purpose. That was incredible. It was just great to see. That tape was great.
Okay.
That was
I
just
am
so
gonna say, speaking on that gene, more people have it than you think.
Oh yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. No, but definitely.
But yeah,
I just think just the idea of seeing it in practice it's just really cool to see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to look this person up because I've never heard that, but that's pretty sick. Because,
but my biggest question, once the doc ended and the credits were rolling, the first question rolling through my head was, are Drake and Johnny Manziel still friends? Do they still talk? Are they still friendly?
Actually, now that you bring that up, this is great timing. I follow Drake on Instagram. He don't follow me, hater. But I actually just saw like literally this week he like posted like something about Johnny. So still
okay.
Really? Okay, I was not asking that ironically because I'm retired off Instagram. I had no idea, but it was just like just how he did it. Like, oh, we want to meet Drake. That little list they had of to do to meet everyone, and I was just like, are they still friends? How can you not be?
Yeah. I was actually wondering that myself because I was like, damn, that'd be messed up. It's like, damn, I'm going through a Drake, and Drake's like, nah, man, I can't talk to you no more. You're not cool. But that's good. If they're still friends.
He'd probably change his accent for that. It's like, man's not do that thing.
It's an OVO thing, eh? Shout out to everybody that went to the Drake concert last night at Chase Arena. So,
how much y'all pay? Like $1,000 a ticket?
I didn't go.
Can't do it. Sorry, Drake. You gotta bring those prices down. That's more than Coachella, dog.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But all that to say, shout out to Johnny Football. Great documentary. If you haven't checked it out.
Okay, what do you guys think about Hard Knocks? Let's get to it.
I'm sorry. It started out like episode 1, I liked it. Episode 2 was corny.
Yeah.
It was corny. Like from the jump, they got this like magician in there. And then
the mentalist. Yeah, that shit was I don't know how they do that shit, but that shit is impressive.
Well,
it's
like,
impressive.
Turn the camera off real quick. Now put this in your hand.
No, I feel like Rodgers would be the first one to blow that shit up. Like after every way he's presented himself the last couple seasons, he'd blow that shit up if he found a way. But he looked blown away too.
That's true. But speaking of that guy, they started banging on the offensive line, which the offensive line does have like problems. But if they got this magician or this mentalist, why can't that dude just make some blockers appear? That's what they really need, right?
I think I'm in the minority on this, but I am loving this O-line drama for the Jets. Only because in my mind, I'm connecting it to the draft and when the Patriots literally fucked them out of the picks. And I just think it all stems from that. Like Belichick, head games, undefeated. Sure, that's probably not it, but in my head, Belichick screwed them, and now this O-line drama stems from the draft. Go Belichick.
No, I agree with that, but again, that comes down to typical Jets. GM, like, hey, if you know this is what you need, address your need. Trade up. It's not, they didn't have to give up that much to trade up to where they needed to get a legitimate lineman, and they didn't do that. So like, I don't have any sympathy for them. But what's annoying is they're basically just now like making, they already have the cop out for the season. It's the line.
Oh yeah.
If we're not good, it's because of O-line. Where it's just like, no, figure it out. Like, you got a top 10 defense. You know, you have Aaron Rodgers. You have the best running back room in the league now. Like straight up, that's the best running back room in the league. So it's just like, figure it out. And on top of that, it's just like, how stupid is it to be like, oh, our offensive line is bad, but let's get these great running backs that like will have nobody to run behind. Like, address your needs.
Yeah, bro. Like that was head scratching to me. It's like they're doing the opposite of building like a great roster. I mean, it's a great roster. It's just O-line. Your O-line can't be that bad. But then, like you said, best running back room in the league. So that means someone's going to pop off big runs and have the defense play honest. So we'll see.
Well, getting into the kind of the meat of Hard Knocks, this was something that caught my attention in episode 1. It was like in that first gap of the show, and Rodgers just gets there, and they're doing their plays, and the coordinators are just watching the tape, and they're just blowing them. They're like, "Oh my God, Rodgers is making these throws absolutely no one else can make," and they're just like saying shit like that. I'm like, Mahomes couldn't do that, Herbert couldn't do that, Joe Burrow can't do that. Like the way the coordinators were just talking up Rodgers, I was like, dude, you guys are trying to push this like second coming of Brady narrative so fucking hard. Like Rodgers is, I'm sorry,
we know it's too late for the second coming of Brady. You know that shit's too late.
Like, but it was just nuts. Like just the coordinators openly saying with their chest, all the living, breathing, just the way they talk about Rodgers. I was like, what, dude? And then going into episode 2 when they're doing like their one-on-one joint practice drills and he's walking around grabbing grass. Oh, what is he doing? I don't understand. Even I knew, he's probably grabbing grass to for ball control or whatever the fuck. And sure enough, I do it for dexterity. I want to see which way the wind is blowing. This is not impressive. I don't understand.
No, that's for the cameras, I believe. I believe that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely a Rodgers rebrand, and they're selling it hard.
Yeah.
And that was the thing where it was just like, all right, I'm over it. It's just like, you guys are now just like setting up the cop out for the season, and like Rodgers can do no wrong this season, which I want to, I'm just like, I want Rodgers to be like, yo, regardless, we gonna handle business.
Right. But he's not like that though.
Yeah.
Well, to me, he looks generally, I feel like he's not even interested in the show. He's not even interested. He's just like, I'm doing this because of the camera on me, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not getting any sort of real personality from Rodgers other than walking up and harassing players and coaches he used to fucking play with. In episode 2, he walks up to what's his name on the Panthers, like, "Oh, you're a little overweight, buddy. Oh, what you been eating, buddy? Like, why are you doing a weight check on this guy? What the fuck? Why do I have to watch this?"
He said harassing players. I'm sorry. When I hear the H word, I'm thinking like that.
It's just so funny. And then like the way they present like Zach Wilson and all them in the show too, it's hilarious. In episode 2, they're doing a thing where like they're trying to see if like, oh, is this a run or a pass play from Rodgers? And like Zach Wilson gets one right. He's like, oh, this is easy, and then proceeds to get everything else wrong. Like, this is why you suck, dude.
I remember. I was just about to talk about that. And
like a lot of people on this team are just annoying. I'll watch Garrett Wilson content and Quinn Williams content all day, but they're not gonna do that the whole series. The whole show.
And Sauce Gardner content for sure. But one thing you forgot to mention. So when we talk about Zach Wilson on this show, until he's of anything, he's MILF Hunter. Okay. or serial mom fucker. So MILF Hunter Zach Wilson, that's his title.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's pretty much what it'll be doing.
Dude, if I'm Zach Wilson, I'd be talking so much shit. You better cash his ball, or I'm gonna your mom, dude. Come on.
Right. Hey, your mama. I got your mom's number right here.
Yeah, I'll tell you another thing that was kind of annoying, dude. Alan Lazard talks way too fucking much, bruh. You've been on the Jets for 5 minutes. You're talking a lot, dude. I need you to just stop talking. Episode 2, you just want to shut up. Oh, that's what Rodgers does, man. That's what he does, bro. Oh my, he's phenomenal, bro. Can you shut up?
Yeah. That was annoying. I was like, shut up. I was like,
come on, man. Rodgers got him paid. What do you expect? Like, Rodgers is the entire reason I'm like still in the league and getting paid.
Oh, and accidentally one of the funniest things I've seen on this show, episode 1, and Rodgers is walking around. Look, it's Liev Schreiber. No one gives a fuck about Liev Schreiber. No one knows who the fuck this guy is.
You don't talk about God like that. He's the narrator.
Oh, I know who he is, but everyone else was like, "Oh, okay, well, all right."
Yeah. No, like literally nobody. Like me and my wife were watching it, and she was like, "Is that Lee fucking Schreiber?" And who cares? I was like, "He's the narrator." And so he's the narrator. She was like, "So?" I was like, "All right, low key, you're right," because it's like we know what his face looks like. If it was like the movie announcer guy. Now that I would flock over to. So
yeah. Like narrate, bro. Get off the camera.
Get off the camera.
Bye.
By the way, I love in episode 1 when Garrett Wilson is getting his degree. Just a casual Nick Van Exel cameo, just right there. Hey, it's Nick Van Exel. Hey, what's up, dude?
No, that was sauceful.
No, oh yeah. Well, whoever was getting a degree, Nick Van Exel was right there. I'm bringing it up because Laker great Nick Van Exel.
I ain't gonna call him a great. He was alright. He ain't got his numbers or nothing. But let's talk about some of these other moves that went down.
All right, let's talk about it because these are noteworthy.
Talk about your boys. Aren't you hyped?
Oh, okay.
Aren't you hyped?
Well, I was gonna let Philthy.
I didn't think we were gonna lead off with the top story. I thought we were gonna start off with the Ravens. My bad, but yeah.
Hey! The Ravens are the top story.
Wait,
that's what I'm saying.
No.
I thought we were starting there.
America's
Zack
team.
Martin. I don't
whatever
mind.
we do is top shocking news. All right. So Philthy, go ahead. Tell America what's up about America's
I'm just saying,
team.
all is right in the world, at least for a little bit. Zack Martin returns to the team. They restructure. He gets a few more M's. I feel a lot more better now. I feel good about Dak protection. I feel good about run. All is right in the world. I'm feeling really good.
Well,
now.
you know,
we'll see what happens.
I feel bad about
What
is Jerry Jones as a businessman. He folds way too much. First, you tell us he does. He gets clapped. He's been getting clapped for the last 6 years, bro. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna pay. Yeah, for real. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not paying this person. Next thing you know, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it. It's like, bro, you stand on your heels. You like.
Well, the problem is he's in Texas. If he was owning a team in another state, he can probably say this shit and hold the line. Because Texas specifically, they're just obsessed fucking football freaks. It doesn't matter what you say, Jerry Jones. You're gonna give him the money because all your other people are up your ass about it. So I knew that he was going to fold eventually. I didn't know he was going to get – I thought he would get more, but that's why I immediately said, I wish Diggs didn't get that fat fucking signing bonus.
Nah, Diggs deserved it. He deserved
Not 21. What the fuck?
Come on, bro.
Maybe 15.
It's just 21
Not even the best corner on his team.
It's just 21. That's crazy.
It's just, you're acting as if he got like a $60 million guaranteed deal. No, it's just $20 million.
He's overpaid.
The $21 million signing bonus is completely egregious, knowing you had an unhappy lineman right there.
Either way.
How about this? Who is more valuable to the success of the Dallas Cowboys, Zack Martin or Trayvon Diggs?
Zack Martin.
Well, we haven't gone to the NFC Championship, so fucking neither. So
it's Zack Martin. Oh my god!
Come on, bro.
We can have great protection. Dak's still gonna throw picks, and then on the defensive side, when Michael Parsons is doing his thing, Trayvon Diggs. Actually, Trayvon Diggs should have got a pick during the 49er game, but you know.
But at least they got a real number one corner now, Stephon Gilmore. He'll show him how to actually get picks. Former defensive player of the year.
We'll see what happens. I still feel like at
We'll
the end of the
see.
day, Dallas lost teeth. You get rid of Moore. You have McCarthy doubling down. They want to be a defensive heavy team. I don't care how many points the offense does as long as the defense collects. I don't think that's a good idea, but hey, we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
But I was talking to one of my other sports heads the other day. I don't get the obsession with like NFL, NBA, etc. If you have any sort of a resume and you haven't done anything for who knows, you can still get gigs based on your old ass resume. McCarthy, you had one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers at one time over 10 years ago, and you're still parlaying that. I mean, I personally don't like it because I have to deal with it, but it's just something that I noticed. It's kind of shitty.
Well, no, the thing is, I mean, look at all the coaches that the Cowboys have had throughout the years, and they haven't got a Super Bowl since '94, right? So 95. I forgot. I was 4 years old. Didn't watch that one. It's been a while. Damn. Going on 30. It's almost a 30-year anniversary since you guys got a Super Bowl. Like, yeah, you're desperate. It's like, can we get a coach that will, get us there? Because obviously the Cowboys don't think that it's, the GM and the roster construction, even though it is. So it's like, it's just been the coaching all these years. It's Jason Garrett is an idiot. And, before that was Bill Parcells, he's past his prime. And, I don't even know what other coaches you had, but you get the point. So
we had Bill Parcells. We had, whatchamacallit? Actually, yeah, 3 within that time.
Do we really have to go through the losers
4.
gallery?
So Bill Parcells, Wade Phillips, Jason Garrett.
I forgot about Wade Phillips.
And we
Oh
had
my God, I hated Wade Phillips near the end of that.
And yeah, during the end of his tenure, that was such a shit show. And then now we have Mike McCarthy. So.
And you got 0 Super Bowls to show for it. Meanwhile, Baltimore got 2 Super Bowls. Actually, we only got 1 under Harbaugh, but 2.
Yeah, exactly.
2 since the Cowboys last won one. And, we're going for number 3 this year. As you could tell, we done sign Ronald Darby and Jadeveon Clowney to 1-year deals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got a chance. You're addressing the issues you had, which was your interior run defense. Here's Clowney right there. Darby is definitely your Marlon and Humphrey insurance, since he got injured, unfortunately. But I am a Darby fan, so I'm really surprised he's over there. Well, I'm not surprised, but I love that he's over there.
Yeah.
And those are pretty good signings.
Yeah, and now our defense is legit. Don't forget, we still got Patrick Queen and the GOAT. Why did I blank on his name?
Roquan Smith.
Yeah. So you're not going to be able to run the ball on us. Kyle Hamilton's taking the league. We got Marcus Williams. Swooped up Darby. Humphrey will be back. He's a shutdown when he's back. So we got a solid defense. And then just looking at the offense, man, like I'm hyped.
Well, I'm glad you went there because I was going to ask, what are you projecting this offense to do? Everyone's been talking about Monken coming in. He's changing things. Lamar's going to be passing more, running less. What is your analysis on your offense so far?
I think Lamar's going to be slinging it because we got Odell. Zay Flowers has been killing it in camp. Obviously, it's camp, but like really been killing it in camp. And we got Mark Andrews, top 3 tight end. And I keep forgetting, because he's been hurt so much, but Rashad Bateman he's not a scrub. So we actually have 3 legitimate wide receivers and a top tight end. And we got J.K. Dobbins and we got Lamar. So we have a very balanced. You have to be balanced offensively. You can't. Lamar's gonna have to prove it by throwing, but once he's tossing 3-4 touchdowns a game, then they're like, yo, we can't load the box anymore. And then it's just all right, now you're giving me these running lanes. And then it just becomes, sort of pick your poison.
Yeah, I that's how I kind of view it too. And then plus, y'all got depth in the receiver room too, because Nelson Aguilar is there.
Who?
Nelson Aguilar,
Yeah, that is not depth. We got fucking Hollywood Brown Jr. who gonna drop wide open passes.
but
on the sideline.
You got James Crochet.
Yeah, But I agree with you. I think this year, because I've been following those. The Ravens camp has been one of the more intriguing ones I was watching, and the connection between Lamar and Odell. That's good. That's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing Odell torch Washington defenders. Down the field to where he's adjusting, catching. Now they're like getting to know each other's like cues, physical cues, social cues, to where Lamar's actually doing audibles at the line. So I love what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think that game changer. I'm not sure when they announced it pretty recently, but when they said basically Lamar's gonna have more control to do whatever at the line, I was like, ooh, okay, long day for the defenses, that's for sure.
Yeah,
because people forget how smart he actually is.
Yep. So I'm excited, man. I do know one thing. Week 1, I'm getting ahead of myself, but week 1 is about to be a bloodbath. Long day for Houston Texans. Tell you that.
Revenge game actually for Clowney.
No. Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, leaning back over to the Jets, they did officially get Dalvin Cook up in that running back room on a 1-year deal, and then additionally to that, one of the solutions I was hearing, they were throwing David Bakhtiari's name in there to go to the New York Packers. Since then, the Packers office, they said they're not trading Bakhtiari, but I guess they're gonna try anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now there's 0% chance that the Packers are trading Bakhtiari. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, you know what this reminds me of? That reminds me of
let's trade our best. Let's trade our best offensive tackle away, even though we have like a young quarterback that we don't really believe in. So let's give him less protection to help the Jets. Like, no, it's not happening.
It just kind of reminds me of like when you make that trade with that one team, you pull that fleece in fantasy football, then you're like, hey, let's trade again.
Yeah.
Try to see what you can get away with and shit.
For real.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is really what that seems like. We forgot to say, speaking of the Cowboys, Zeke to the Patriots. How we feel?
Easy signing.
Huh?
Ramondre Stevenson is sad.
So I mean, no, I think
that's got worse.
For Zeke, look, good for Zeke for getting a job, but shame on Bill Belichick for letting Dalvin Cook walk out that room. Like, like seriously, $2 million. That's what we're griping over in the NFL grand scheme of things, not real life. But it's like $2 million. You could have paid an extra $2 million to get Dalvin Cook there. Because the Patriots offense is slow.
Well, let's not forget, even as we're talking about $2 million, let's not forget that they paid Devontae Parker $30 million.
Yeah. Now that's a gross overpay.
Yeah.
Like this man had one good season and then never goes over like 700 yards. So
I wouldn't even say it was a good season. It was just okay.
Well, the thing with Zeke, I guess, to play devil's advocate, what you can say is like, his resume as a blocker, it does speak for itself. So I mean, you're gonna hold up Mac Jones anyways. That line, apparently you're not loving the line. You getting a bigger body Zeke. I think unless they're in the red zone, if you see Zeke on the field, it's probably to block a defender.
Well, think about that. You see Zeke on the field, they're passing.
Unless you're in the red zone, then they're probably going to run it.
Yeah. But I just feel like anytime you have Zeke on the field, the Pats are worse because Ramondre Stevenson is a threat pass catching, and he's a better runner. He's just more explosive, and I don't like the signing at all.
It's like I'm happy Zeke got the job, but then it's like I know, like, bro, like I don't know, like. I need to see him be explosive. If he's explosive, then I'll be like, "Oh, this is great." But I don't see that coming. So I've been waiting for that for the last 3 years. Fool me once, shame on me or to you.
No, I think Zeke Elliott on the Pats, it's going to be his best Trent Richardson impression. He's just going to be shooting that gap and hoping for the best. Because he can't move. He's not explosive. That's why he's no longer a Cowboy to begin with. So you're
That's
hoping for the
correct.
best. You're gonna lean forward on that pylon.
That's true. Oh, and another team.
Speaking of former Cowboys players, Jalen Smith to the Saints.
I was just about to say that. Saints just keep getting better and better and better. Hashmaster, I know you scared, bro.
No, I'm not.
Kamara's only got 3 games. Kamara's only got 3 games. He's gonna be right back in that thing. Slant boy is back. Slant boy is back, catching slants in practice. They say that Derek Carr, Michael Thomas, Canassa looking crazy. Derek Carr looked good his first preseason game. What's up, man? What's up?
Well, they've been talking up Atlanta.
Hey, Desmond Ritter. They said that's their guy.
No. They've been talking up Arthur Smith's whole positionless offense and how great it is. Good luck for defenses. They've been hyping that offense up. So Desmond Ritter, not Desmond Ritter, he doesn't have a position anyways. So we're gonna see what happens, huh?
Right, exactly. I'm saying, look, Bijan Robinson, baby, he's gonna take the Falcons all the way to the NFC South crown. Yeah.
Well, the crazy part is they didn't even announce Bijan as a starter yet. Arthur Smith is still dicking around and has him as RB3. What are you waiting for, dude? You're not masterminding this. We know Bijan is RB1.
Yeah, exactly. I would say literally Cordell Patterson's on the bubble.
Yeah, it's like when you draft somebody first round, top 10, they're starting. Stop. Yeah. Stop the games. We know he's starting.
It's like,
coach, you don't get a say in this
one. Well, not all of these sunny in New Orleans. As announced out of this morning, Jimmy Graham's actually arrested after a medical episode.
Jesus Christ.
So
wait, arrested?
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
Oh. Wait, arrested for having a medical episode, or did you mean hospitalized?
No, arrested.
Oh wow. What? Wait, hold on. What happened?
It's just suspicion of being under the influence of a controlled substance. He was wandering around in traffic. This is according to the sleaze bags over at TMZ, so you know it's real.
Oh, God damn it. He's on meth. There we go. That's -2 games.
Well, as of earlier, who knows? Maybe like a couple hours from now, he's released. He's with the team. They're getting ready to play the Chargers. But man, hopefully there's no serious ramifications from that. I mean, that's unfortunate. You love his story, but you don't love that.
Yeah,
true.
Well, hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting better, Davante Adams, I originally pegged this. He was injured. He got kind of roughed up.
Oh my gosh, Philthy pegs people.
What?
You peg people?
All right.
Hey, yo.
I'm reporting the news, sir.
There you go.
Adams was out. Davante Adams was out. Now he's back in. The real question is, how many games until he requests a trade?
Ooh, 6.
4. Oh, 6.
Ooh, 6, 4. I thought 6 was good, but damn, 4. Okay.
They start 0-4. Josh Jacobs still ain't come back. He's like, yo, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Davante Adams is pissed. Oh, I'd be pissed. I'm like, I'd be looking around the facility like, yo, y'all ain't paying my boy Josh. I don't give a fuck about what position he plays. He led the league in rushing, and we're not going to pay him. All right. And then we got rid of Derek Carr, the reason why I came over here in the first place. You guys get Jimmy G. It's like
being absolutely hoodwinked if you're Davante Adams.
Yeah.
Right.
I gotta be that's like Randy Moss to the Raiders. That's what it's looking like. It's gonna be this season where he's just like, I'm not running these routes. I'm done.
Right.
Now, all right. I wanted to bring this up to you guys. If there's no opinion on it, I guess it's a non topic,
yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
Niners, Raiders. I was watching that preseason game, and I'm just interested just because of this whole QB carousel. And I'm not necessarily a Trey Lance apologist, but I'm just interested in how that's going, given this dude played 1.5 games and he's no longer QB1. So I was interested to see how that was going, how he's going to do. And I noticed something very interesting. At first, I'm watching it and I'm just like, man, okay, maybe he's not there. He doesn't have it. And, he's getting panned by the commentary team. Gotta make a decision, and that whole thing. And then I went back and reviewed the tape after the Niner fans absolutely buried Trey Lance, which is weird because he's a Niner, but okay.
Well, that's what the Niner fans are. They're fair weather fans.
You've seen Warriors fans, they're Niners fans. They don't know anything about sports.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. They're like
I digress, but I went back and watched the tape after the panning, and something very interesting I saw. On the offensive line, they couldn't hold fucking Max Crosby's jockstrap. They were letting anyone and everyone get through the line. There was no protection for Trey Lance. He's doing a 3-step drop. By the time he's on his second step, he already has 2 linemen on his hip. How can I possibly make plays? How can I let a route tree develop when I'm literally running for my life this entire time? And I went back and watched this yes, overall, Trey Lance did fuck up on some things. But in terms of completely panning the guy, poor decision-making, it's unwarranted and unfair, in my opinion. And it just makes me think, is there a Trey Lance conspiracy in San Francisco? Because even when I think about it, they don't have the best run of non-white quarterbacks up in there anyways. They marvel all the white quarterbacks. And here we have a black quarterback in the mix since Colin Kaepernick, and he's not really getting a fair shake either.
No,
I really don't get it.
I'm gonna push back on that because watching Trey Lance, and if you know how Shanahan's offense is, it's not as do what you're supposed to do, which is make the throw when I tell you to make the throw. And a lot of times he hesitated on the throw that was there. It's like, hey, you got the throw there, make the throw. And he's like, nope, pump fake, and then get sacked. Or nope, pump fake and off target. So
yes, I agree. I know exactly what plays you're talking about because I didn't understand why he was double clutching it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know, look, Philthy. Normally I would be with you, but this time it's more of they drafted. I think it's just bad timing.
Oh yeah, no, I'd rather you not be with me. I'm just I have my conspiracy foil hat on.
Okay, so
I don't even think it's bad timing. I just think they chose the wrong quarterback for the Shanahan system. I feel like Lance is a good quarterback in the NFL if you get an offensive coordinator that will, cater to his strengths. But Shanahan is not going to change his system. He's like, this is what works. Figure it out, or we'll go with somebody they can. Which, if that's what they were going to do, they should have drafted Mac Jones.
Yeah, and in retrospect, when you kind of replay that draft in your head, even when you think about it, it almost feels like they were trying to be big brain in their pick of going with Trey Lance. Because at the end of the day, his resume was small. All they complain about are the snaps he didn't take. Well, that was public knowledge as they went into the draft. And it just seemed like Niners, maybe the Niners know something we don't by taking Trey Lance, because you're right. How do you not take a Mac Jones or even a Justin Fields when really Mac Jones was your system guy? So I just thought maybe they tried to roll the dice. Here's a gamble, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're right. I think that Fields would have been, whew.
Right, and that's the thing. That was almost scary. You had a Mac Jones Niners or a Justin Fields Niners. Holy crap.
Justin Fields Niners they would have won the Super Bowl last year.
Literally, I think I would have been low key a Niner fan, because I like Justin Fields that much. But real stuff though, I think it's more of
shit filled with a line. Oh my god. I'm just thinking about it in my head, just pure the chemistry in my head. Just if he had that line, dude. Oh my god.
All I'm saying is just Trey Lance, he's just way too raw. And the roster is way too good right now for them to be waiting for him. So that's what I meant by bad timing. And honestly, legendaries, you're right. They chose the wrong quarterback, straight up.
Yeah.
There should be no reason why, this kid should be struggling like this at this point. And it's he's been hurt. But it's all right, sometimes you just got to go out there and play. And
also,
he's
you're playing a bad Raiders defense, and you're playing their bad and you're looking like garbage. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, bro. No sympathy there.
Exactly, because even last year, like if you saw the preseason games, a lot of his big games were like, oh, just deep bombs and run after catch, stuff like that. But he doesn't have like a natural timing. He's not a natural time passer, and that's what Kyle Shanahan's offense needs. Somebody who could hit those timing passes and then occasionally hit the deep ball. He can hit the deep ball. He just has no timing when he throws.
You know what's crazy about this is that, like, going into last season, the Niners were like, "Yeah, we're not rocking with Trey Lance," or I mean, we're not rocking with Jimmy G. We're rocking with Trey Lance, and I'm just like, for all that we said about Jimmy G, I was like, bro, he's way better than Trey Lance. The fact that now it makes sense where like the locker room is kind of like, yo, like, why aren't you guys?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Jimmy? Like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like I said, GM's smartest people in the room. They don't want to be wrong. Like, they just got to take the L's. Like, you know what? We were wrong. Trey Lance is not the guy. I made a bad pick. Move on.
Yeah. That's all you had to do.
So do you try to trade him or you just drop him and that's about it, whatever?
Oh, I would try. Dude, if I'm the Niners, Trey Lance is playing the entire preseason, every game.
Yes.
Yo, look at how good this guy is. Give us something for him.
Yep. It's salvage season.
6-rounder, something, please, anything. Give us a pick.
Give us a punter.
I'm not dropping him at all. It's like, look, I'm gonna keep you as I'm gonna keep driving up your value. We'll somehow try to find a way to get you into a situation to where you could succeed. Because sorry, couldn't succeed.
There's a couple keys in that situation. I feel like they should be doing that. Like the Jets should be doing that with Zach Wilson. Like, Zach Wilson, you're gonna play all the games or the whole game because try to move off it. Although, they have to make a decision. They have to decide if Aaron Rodgers could like coach him up so that Zach Wilson will like have a second coming, or if they're just like, Zach Wilson's not the guy, we're over it. Then you just play him, get him out. Trying to think of which other, like, there's some other like young quarterbacks, like a Malik Willis.
Yeah,
like
Malik Willis.
But then same thing, like just play him, try to get him out. Like all these guys, like all right, it's apparent you fucked up in the draft, so rather than try to double down on it, it's just like get something for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Desmond Ridder.
Well, Malik Willis has a great opportunity to up his trade stock because since Will Levis is out, he's going to get the full game to kind of show his stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and then plus, it's funny that, we're mentioning Tennessee, Atlanta, and all that stuff because I think the Arizona Cardinals, by the time like Kyler Murray is healthy and whatnot, he's going to get traded. And if Desmond Ridder doesn't work out, I think Kyler Murray is going to be a Falcon. I'm just going to throw that out there right now.
To your point, do you guys think Kyler plays at all?
No.
I mean, it feels like they're it's an open secret. They're trying to tank that shit. Kyler's not even 100%, not even back yet.
And he's wearing like crop tops, like sports bras. So, they're out on him.
I
saw the longest yard for the first time, and he's just living it up.
I don't think he's gonna play. He's got his money, so he's chilling. And the way that he's getting talked about and all that, I was like, I wouldn't rush back. It's like, I'm not 100%, bro. I'm not playing this year.
So this needs kind of creepy.
Caleb Williams, y'all want Caleb Williams? Go get Caleb Williams, and I'll go ball out for my next team and make you pay.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm saying, like, I know you said that the Falcons would be a good destination, and this just depends, like, if they release Kyler versus if they trade him, because I don't feel like they're going to trade him in the same conference. And then you look at the AFC, it's just like slim pickings there, like maybe the Raiders. But if they release him, they're going to regret that because I guarantee you, if they release Kyler Murray will be in the NFC West. It doesn't matter which team. Insert Kyler Murray on any other team in the NFC West. They got action. Well, maybe not the Rams, but still.
Yeah. If I get Trey Lance off the books, they drop get Kyler in a Niner uniform. Oh shit!
Hey, get Kyler in a Seattle uniform.
Yeah.
DK,
Ooh,
Lockett, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. But then again,
that'd be so nasty.
yeah. And then again, like Kyler with McVay, that could be trouble as well. So
Speaking of nasty, y'all see 70-plus-year-old Pete Carroll absolutely slinging that pigskin in practice? This dude's directing traffic,
Yes.
making throws. This dude's throwing up fire lobs. This dude's throwing a fire possession carry to the pylon for a touchdown. Pete Carroll absolutely wrecking it, dude. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Shout out NFL Live because that's how I saw it. But
Yep, I saw it
Carroll,
too.
come play for the Niners, actually. Yeah, let's see you in a Niner uniform, man. Make that throw to Kittle.
yeah.
Hey, Pete Carroll, he's immortal. I'm pretty convinced that he's
All that
immortal.
damn gum.
Yep. You beat me to it. No expiration date. He's the human embodiment of gum.
All right. Hey, before we wrap, this is the last thing that we got to do, guys, because we went through and we said who's winning each division and where everyone's going to finish all that. So now with that, we either have to stand on what we said or, make a little change, but we got to say who's making the playoffs, AFC and NFC. So, all right, for the AFC, these are the teams that will be in the playoffs. The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bengals, the Jags, the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Jets.
The Jets.
Sorry, Chargers. Philthy, who you got in the playoffs? AFC.
I pretty much that's who I like, really. I mean, I didn't see anything that I really object to. I like that list coming out.
Chargers?
Chargers, I gotta see it to Chargers again. I still gotta see it to believe it. Hey, they just did a whole podcast on the concept of chargering. Okay, so I don't believe anything that this team does until they stop charging.
Yep, that's correct.
So does that mean Philthy, who said that the Jets? Oh damn! I gotta re-say that. So does that mean that Philthy, who said that the Jets were gonna win 7 games, has changed his mind and now is a believer in the Jets to make the playoffs?
Oh no, actually not. No, I'm still gonna stick with it. Jets is gonna bottom out. Dolphins getting in the playoffs.
No, I have the Dolphins in though, so you have to take the Jets out and put somebody else in the AFC. Period. So Chargers, Broncos, Steelers,
Browns, baby. That's where he's going.
Titans. Who you got? Who gets the final wild card?
Fuck, I don't know. It's tough for me to pick a loser because whoever gets out is not gonna go to the Super Bowl anyway. So
It was like picking the Cowboys.
not the same at all.
Well, it's like cheering for the Cowboys. It's like you pick a loser.
Okay.
You're not gonna go to the Super Bowl anyway.
Wow, shots are being fired. You know what? Yeah, I will go with Cleveland. At least they got a defense. I'll go with Cleveland.
All right, the Browns, baby. All right, Hashmaster. AFC.
AFC, we got it. So we got, in no particular order, Jacksonville will make it to the playoffs. We got AFC North. I got 2 representatives in the Browns and the Ravens. Bengals are going to slip up because Joey B is going to be hurt. We got AFC East. We got I'm going to go Bills. So Bills, let's see how many I have so far. Was that like 4?
That's
oh, shit.
4.
Sorry. I meant to say Bengals, not Browns. But Joey B's going to be hurt until like week 5, and they're going to be okay. So, my bad. So we go into AFC East. I like Dolphins and the Bills. AFC West, like clearly the Chiefs. Was that 7?
I was 6. You said
Wow.
You said Jags. You said Bengals, Ravens. You said Dolphins, Bills, and then you said Chiefs. So you got one more team.
Okay, so I think AFC North and AFC East are going to be the hardest divisions, and whoever gets that tiebreaker is going to get in. And I think that lucky team, head to toe, is going to be the Jets. The Jets will, the AFC East will have.
Jets. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, and then NFC. This is who I got coming out. No order, but I got the Vikings. I got the Cowboys and the Eagles. I got the Niners and the Seahawks. That's 5.
Damn.
I got the Saints, of course, number 1 seed. And I got the Lions getting the playoffs. The drought is over.
We're biting people's kneecaps, and we're betting on games. All right. You like my Dan Campbell? Shit. I might as well go next. So no particular order. I'm starting from NFC West up. Niners are in easy. Seattle. I got. Let's see. NFC East. I'm gonna go Cowboys and Eagles. So that's 4 so far. The North, we got the Lions. That's 5. NFC South. Oh my gosh. All right. So, all right. I'm gonna be very honest in my honest hearts to hearts. It's gonna be the Saints. So, yeah.
So is this season-long bet not happening or what?
Wait, hold on.
Look at the bet is happening.
I have one more. I have one more team. Hold on. And I said no particular order.
Sometimes I just want to run a card.
Oh my gosh. So the Falcons, they'll be a playoff team. They're gonna take the Giants spot and be like, nah, fuck y'all. Because we won our division and the Saints are licking our
Oh yeah, oh when the Saints go marching in. Shut up. All right. At least you said it all.
2 NFC South teams this year. That's what's happening. Giants aren't making it back. and I don't think I chose the Vikings to go to the playoffs this year. So,
yeah, you got the Vikings out.
Yep. So, all right. I'm okay with that.
Philthy, take it away.
The West, I got Niners, Seahawks. The East, I got Cowboys, Eagles. South, Saints.
Hey,
Falcons. North, Vikings, Lions.
That's 8.
Well, Vikings aren't coming out. I'll go Lions.
So you got the Falcons going over the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Would you like to wager, young sir?
No, we gotta mix it up. There's too much congruency over here. We're agreeing too much. So Falcons coming out. Oh, no Vikings. We'll not bet on it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm betting on it.
I can't hear you, Hashmaster.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play.
We don't have that drop. We couldn't get clearance.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. All right, that's gonna be a wrap, guys. Episode 25, the Shady McCoy episode. And that's the only person I can think of who's number 25. That's relevant right now. 25. Like always.
So that's right, Otto. It's me, Shady McCoy.
Yeah. And before I get out of here, let me just say one thing. Dak?
Super Bowl.
Ass.
Enjoy when you take the handoff and all that, Dak his ass. Tom Brady, we're gonna win a Super Bowl with him. And with Andy Reid, the way he calls plays, Patrick Mahomes, he already go.
That's what I'm saying.
But not over Jalen Hurts. I was like, wait, what? Nigga, shut up.
Let me tell you another thing. What Eric Bieniemy, what does he do? He don't do nothing but curse niggas out. But like always, like, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. Rate us 5 stars. You know what it is. We're gonna be back next week. We less than 3 weeks away from football, people. So get ready, because as football season comes into full effect, we gonna have more content, some ways for you to win some money, all that good stuff. But until then, we out.
Cash money.
Later.